Yo, what's up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video where today, Place Your Wagers has brought us one of the craziest, or shall I say, the most loco teams, featuring the one and only Fuecoco, along with big brother Skeledirge in the house. Double Incinerate users with Chestnut in the lead, Grass double fire, and we'll see how this team works out. It makes sense right on paper. You have the Skeledirge, which has been one of the best safe swaps this season in the Go Battle League, with its ability to hit so many things for neutral type damage. So if you lure out something like a dragon in this case, or more normally a Whiscash, which is super popular right now in the meta, you hopefully lure out the Whiscash with Skelly. Maybe you land a Shadow Ball, you go down, you farm down with Chestnut, and you clean up the way for Fuecoco to sweep. Let's see what he decides to do here. Going to allow Dragonair to take down his Skeledirge, but not before he got a shield advantage against this Dragonair. And knowing that there's a Skarmory awaiting his Chestnut, he's just going to be willing to eat this energy. Actually goes for Frenzy Plant, interesting enough. So maybe he can superpower the Skarmory later. But gonna save the energy he has. And there's a Venusaur in back. They're double weak to fire. Fuecoco about to go loco and about to take down the Shadow Venusaur. Here comes Skarmory. Steel Wings resisted. Flamethrower coming through. Fuecoco, best buddy, doing big time damage, melting away the Steel type. And I like the play here, just throwing the Crunch before they can even threaten you with the charge move. And now there's no way Venusaur is going to get to another move after it threw that first one. G to the G, and what a way to start it off. Next opponent, we've got shiny on shiny action. In comes Charjabug. That's going to be met by Mr. Skeledirge. I wonder if Fuecoco is actually the better swap here, just because you don't have to necessarily respect a Crunch. But usually we know Charjabug's not going to be running Crunch anyway. Another move coming through from Charge, but knows that Skeledirge can tank a discharge from this health. We'll have to eat another Volt Switch. Comes out with a ton of energy, 100 energy. Probably want to just throw a move instantly here to not waste an Incinerate. So I like the play. Goes for the Disarming Voice bait. A little bit risky because I think you could have gotten to double Shadow Ball here anyway. Since we see one Incinerate and then a catch. Oh, but you know what? He was expecting the Poliwrath, so it makes sense. They are going to catch the Shadow Ball on Poly, but doesn't really matter too much, right? Because it's still going to do massive damage, as we saw. Poliwrath will fire off the Icy Wind, which will do solid damage to Chestnut, but I love the play here. It's the full farm down. I don't really think there's much of a reason to wait out your switch timer here. I think it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense, but I think you're in a good spot either way, because you'll be able to farm down double superpower. But you know what? That's actually like the very responsible over careful play, because now you'll be able to do one superpower dip, give less farm to this Skarm, and Fuecoco can do the rest. Fuecoco once again going loco. 1289 CP, unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable scenes. Terrific lead for Chester into the Jellymeister. I like throwing on 7, but nice patience. Didn't fall for a catch. And once again, we see the Skeledirge greeting this little Charjabug. Little Mr. Charjabug, how do you do? Crocodiles beat bugs, I would think, right? I would think crocodiles beat bugs in the animal kingdom, and the same can be said here. The crocodile beating the bug, or is Skeledirge an alligator? We were having this question on stream yesterday. I think I posed, I don't know if I ever was actually seeking the answer on stream with my chat, but I wondered, is Skeledirge an alligator or a crocodile? Let me know in the comments. Educate me. Sometimes there's some fascinating history and lore behind it. Or maybe there's no answer in this case. I also posed the question as, wow, we have double Incinerate against double Bug. This is amazing. Double Incinerate against double Bug. Wow, this is crazy. Going for the Crunch here against Galvantula and going to knock it out. I think you just let the Fuecoco go at this point in the game. Surf will indeed knock out the Fuecoco, but you've got lots of energy stored on this Chestnut. Still have a shield for a potential Shadow Ball if you need to use that. And that's going to be a G to the G. What was I going to ask comments before? Amazing lead, by the way. Catches the Swampert. Swaps Skelly into Machamp. Now, Machamp, of course, does have Rock Slide or even Payback to threaten here, so I think you have to respect it, but there's no way Machamp's going to be able to get to 3 moves. Oh, and do you get the full farm? Going to play it safe. Going to throw Disarming Voice just to guarantee he gets a shield back or they let the Machamp go here. They're going to shield. I don't know if he even got to Rock Slide, but going to respect it. He probably did because the slop was a little bit slow. Yeah, he got there. I love the one Incinerate first before the Shadow Ball, since you know you can do that for proper timing before you're threatened by a Hydro Cannon. Shadow Ball draws the final shield. That's really good. And Swampert gets greedy. Swampert gets greedy. The Shadow Ball might knock out the Swampert. Oh my gosh, Skeledirge stealing the show from Fuecoco. Wow. Oh yeah, okay, I remember. I was going to ask the chat, the comments, if you were dropped off in like the middle of a random part of the world, you didn't know where you were geographically, and you saw a creature that was either an alligator or a crocodile, would you be able to distinguish the two? I know they have very different features that if you're aware of, some people might be able to distinguish pretty easily, or depending on where you are in the world, you know, like in Florida, you're going to see alligators, right? But in maybe like parts of Africa or like the Amazon, I don't even know the Amazon. You'd see crocodiles. Australia, crocodiles, right? I don't know. But let me know. I don't think I would be able to distinguish between the two if I was like just dropped off in a random part of the earth and I didn't know where I was and I saw one. I don't think I'd be able to distinguish, but I try. The way I remember, which I don't even know if this is right, but I remember learning that alligators had more of like a wide sort of snout and crocodiles was like more of a long, narrow snout. That could be total rubbish, but that's what I kind of remember loosely. Anyway, enough of Animal Planet's Most Extreme with Rise. We're back to the Pokemon Go content. Skelly into Mandy. Crocodile versus Bird. Oh, wait, no, there he goes again. Animal Kingdom. Vigoroth comes back, tried to swap out, but Vigoroth wisely throws after 2 counters to not allow the swap out. Rock Slide connects, knocks out Skelly, gets the Vine Whip down, though. What's in the back? It's a Scarm, and double superpower wouldn't have been enough anyway. So that is a G to the G. No Mew for you as the opponent. Wow. And they're rocking a shiny Credilli. I love it. Shiny Grass-type Pokemon on shiny Grass-type Pokemon. This is a favorable matchup for the Chestnut, and I kind of like throwing the Frenzy here because you're going to need 2 moves to knock out anyway. Well, maybe that's a lie. Maybe Superpower plus Vine Whips would be enough, but this way you don't debuff yourself. Oh, we still swap in Skelly because I feel like I guess you kind of have to with this team to lure out the fire counter. And we see opposing Skelly come in. Opposing Skelly's kind of scary. He's up a shield, the opponent, but he's down energy. Shields the Shadow Ball. And let's see what transpires here. Wisely throws before the next Shadow Ball is unveiled from Place Your Wagers. Place Your Wagers does correctly shield Shadow Ball. Another Shadow Ball coming through. Does opposing Skeledirge commit the shield? It does. Do you go for a catch here? Oh, not going to be able to swap out in time. This Shadow Ball, of course, will knock out. So you're forced to come in with Fuecoco. And the problem here is you're probably going to lose CMP. So you go for the catch, but the opponent thought the same thing. And this is going to work out really nicely. This is going to work out really nicely for Place Your Wagers. Might live to get to a Frenzy. Does he live 1 Incinerate? Oh, could have gone for the Frenzy Plant instead. But he has the Crunch loaded. Oh, they threw energy. But to be fair, it's a tough call if you're the opponent because if the switch to... Oh, wait a sec. Is this Shadow Ball? Let's see. Shadow Ball doesn't KO. Fuecoco hangs on. Hangs on in the red. fires the crunch and knocks out. Oh, the Critterly's still there, but Fuecoco kept on tapping and delivers the victory. Fuecoco going loco. Shark9 Gaming, the next opponent. Amazing lead, where you want to catch the Whiscash, of course, with this team. Okay, so they swap Skelly, and you're behind with your own Skelly, so a little bit concerning. But let's see how this plays out. I wonder if Fuecoco is the better swap here, but the problem is, like, crunch, non-stab from like Fuecoco, probably not going to do enough to knock out, so that could be concerning. Shadow Ball does get shielded, so you're still down in Incinerate. You lose the charge attack priority. That's unfortunate. And now, since you're behind in Incinerate, do you just go straight for Disarming Voice on this next one here? Shadow Ball grabs the final shield. I think you just throw the Disarming Voice, personally, yeah. I like this play. The opponent not going to allow that to happen. They're going to throw Shadow Ball immediately. So now oh, they settle for Disarming. They settle for Disarming. That's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. Another Disarming Voice. We see the swap here. Huh. Is that already a Shadow Ball? No, just Disarming. In comes Whiscash. The opponent retakes Switch advantage, so this is not great. Not great at all. Crunch connects. A Mud Bomb should knock out here the little tiny Fuecoco. Bye, Fuecoco. Chestnut comes in, and there's a Skarmory. This is over unless maybe you can catch. But even if you catch, I don't know if that even makes a difference because you still need like 2 more superpowers. Oh, actually, hold up. Doesn't get the catch. GG. That superpower did a little bit more than I thought, where maybe if you cleared your debuff, you could have won, but that's a very tough situation, of course. Chestnut into Poliwrath. Let's see how he plays this out, because the thing is, if it's like double water, you kind of have to swap out, but you might just take the gamble that with a Poliwrath lead, there's not going to be a water type in the back. However, there still could be something like a dragon. That'd be double weak to fairy, though. As of now, just seems content staying in with Chestnut. Will he dip out eventually? We will see. Yes, he does. He catches the Icy Wind onto Skelly. Skelly doing his thing. Lures out Gligar, which is good that the Chestnut's not seeing this Gligar. And the Gligar also settled for... Oh, Night Slash, that's why. I was going to say they settled for Aerial Ace, but it's a rare Night Slash Gligar, which kind of makes sense. There's a decent amount of Skeledirge right now. There's a decent amount of Jellicent I've seen in the Great League Remix, so Night Slash kind of makes sense on Gligar. Disarming Voice connects. And this Gligar gets a pretty big farm down, so this is kind of concerning. Oh, the game didn't give him the opportunity to throw. That's really unlucky. Really unlucky, and there's the Aerial Ace. Because he had a move, so the game should have allowed him to win charge attack priority there. So really unfortunate for Place Your Wagers, but he's not going to give up. He's putting it all on the back of Fuecoco. Can Fuecoco once again go Loco? Okay. Poliwrath comes in, going for the flamethrower, the harder hitting move. This might be enough to knock out from this range. Not quite. But there's a Charge-a-Bug in back. There's a Charge-a-Bug in back. He's got the flamethrower. All he needs to do is land the flamethrower. Gonna do one more Incinerate for good measure. All he needs to do is hope that one Incinerate knocks out the Poliwrath. One Incinerate is enough. And that's going to be a G to the G. That was looking rough, but credit to Place Your Wagers. I personally would have been frustrated when the game didn't allow him to throw that charge move when it should have. But credit to him. He stayed composed. Got the win with Fuecoco. Beautiful catch here on an Icy Wind. Also gets the free Incinerate through with the timing of that catch. Very beautiful stuff. In comes Mr. Poliwrath. But as we know, this is a water on fire matchup that's not super comfortable for the water type, because it's also a fighter against a ghost with a fairy move. So I would even consider this a favorable matchup for Skeledirge, to be honest. As long as it's either even energy, even shields. Skelly going for another Disarming Voice. Thanks to the debuff, it won't knock out, but look at this. Already at another Disarming Voice. Incinerate, just such a busted fast move. Going to draw the final shield and just seems content letting Skeledirge go at this point. They also get a little bit greedy with the Icy Wind bait. And Skelly is going to take shield and switch advantage here. Shield and switch advantage against the Poly. Unbelievable. Do you farm down with Duong? Yeah, I like that play because you get a couple of ice shards. And then they catch on, was that a Gligar? I just saw a wing attack. Frenzy Plant. Yep, it's a Gligar. Going to bank the superpower. Very nice. Probably respect the dig here. No, not going to respect the dig and cause the aerial ace bait. What a call. What a call. And going to let the next move go through too. It's another aerial ace. Now he comes out with a flamethrower. Also has a superpower. And that is going to be well enough to knock out Duong from this range. Shiny Chestnut getting in on the action on the highlight reel. Knocks out Duong with the superpower. Amazing lead. Great that your backline's avoiding the Swampert. Oh, beautiful stuff. Awkward thing here is Skarmory will reach a Brave Bird, so you kind of have to respect it. But you can come out of here with a lot of energy. You have to throw after 2. So yeah, just going to play it safe, going for the Shadow Ball. I don't think Disarming Voice would be enough from this range, so this is the right play, in my opinion. Can do 1 in Shadow Ball. Beautiful. Swampbert's forced to shield here, but the thing is, Swampert doesn't have much play when it's lined up against the Chestnut. Oh, man. Okay, could have thrown the Disarming Voice, but decided against it. Just wanted Swampert to unload energy, and uh-oh. Bit of a core breaker in the back here. Would have been best to have Skeledirge aligned on the Toxapex. This Fuecoco is going to really struggle with its lack of stat product and its inability to hit Toxapex with its insane bulk for any like super threatening moves. So I don't know who's going to win this one now. I think Chestnut has a lot of work to do. Of course, the Swampert gets super hard walled, but Chestnut's getting chunked away by these poison jabs. Going to put up the first Protect Shield. It is a Sludge Wave, so good call on the shield. They swap in Swampert for some chip. Now, does this give an opportunity for more farm? The problem is you have to throw at some point, and now I think the poison jab damage is just going to be too oppressive before Chestnut can reach 2 charge moves. Yeah, tough one. Tough one when you catch a great lead like that and are unable to win, but I don't think he could have played much differently. Only thing he could have done differently would have been counter-swapping Fuecoco into the Skarmory, but, like, that's not really a misplay. That's just, like, hindsight's 2020 play. Chestnut into Dinair, okay. Let's see how he approaches this, because this is a bit of a core breaker. Do you just completely stay in? Gonna Frenzy, and then may look to Superpower after the Frenzy? Body Slam, get shielded. Oh, wow. Opponent threw an alignment. So do you go for the Body Slam catch on this next one? Or is that too risky? Let's see. Place your wagers. What's he thinking? He's going to go for the catch, and he gets it. Gets the potential Body Slam catch. Oh, that is huge. Got the Incinerate sneak as well to make it even better that he now gets off this Disarming Voice before another charge move comes in from Dinair. Dinair goes down. In comes Poliwrath. In comes Poliwrath, and I kind of like just throwing Disarming Voice immediately here to threaten the Poly as soon as possible. Gets the final shield. You've got energy on your Chestnut, so you can kind of just let this go, right? You just let this go. You're a little bit careful of a potential catch from the opponent. Opponent, I don't know if that probably wasn't an undercharge. No, that was probably just how much Icy Wind did. And they reveal the last Pokemon in the Charger Bug. So this is looking pretty comfortable now. Can simply just win this matchup with Mr. Fuecoco. And then Chestnut with stored energy should be able to handle Poliwrath. Straightforward at this point. It's nice when you're in a pretty straightforward position. And you can just close it out. Chestnut in his shininess knocks out the Poliwrath. G to the G. Chestnut into Guzzlord. Okay. Bit of a weird matchup. You've got the threatening superpower. However, Your fast moves are resisted. The dragon damage is quite oppressive, so maybe we'll see like a 1 in superpower here. Oh, wow. Great anticipation by the opponent. So now you got to swap in maybe Skelly here. No, going to go Fuecoco instead. And now you don't really need switch here. I like wouldn't even shield, to be honest. He's going to shield. But like the problem is Fuecoco just gets walled by the Guzz. So you win this matchup and Fuecoco just gets farmed, to be honest. But to be fair, they might think Fuecoco has Disarming Voice. Who knows? Maybe it does. I don't know Fuecoco's full move status. So I don't think it's out of the question for him to draw a shield here. Fuecoco, nope. Opponent is too smart. Another Dragon Claw coming through. This will knock out Fuecoco, and this is a very uncomfortable amount of health to deal with. Coming in with Skelly, and the Incinerates are still chunking despite being resisted. So let's see how this plays out. Skelly gonna have to commit the last shield here. Brutal Swing gets shielded, and this is just over, right? This is just over. There's no way out of this. Baits the Disarming Voice, like double Disarming Voice bait. Not going to be enough. Going for the Hail Mary Shadow Ball here. If it connects, might have a win con. Might have a win con, but no. Doesn't connect. And that is a tough team. Guzzlord, very awkward lead to deal with this team. Catches a good lead in the Whiscash. Cash money. And we've seen this matchup a few times. A little bit awkward for Skelly because of Charjabug's ability to outpace it to the discharge, but just going to simply do 1 and throw Disarming Voice here. Disarming Voice coming through, knocks out. I would presume Whiscash comes back and only 1 off the Shadow Ball. So some really valuable chip damage here. And I don't think Whiscash can even farm down before Disarming Voice. Actually, no, it's completely dry. So might have been able to farm down. Going to throw the Mud Bomb to be safe. You still keep Switch. You're up a shield. This is looking terrific. Whiscash swaps into a Hypno. And how about this? This really solid for Fuecoco. Fuecoco can even do 2 here and then double crunch. Gonna do 1 in crunch, 1 in crunch. That makes sense as well. The problem is Hypno will get to the second elemental punch here first. But I think Fuecoco can hold on. Oh, they don't throw for some reason. That was kind of weird. It looked almost like a CMP, which it shouldn't have been. I think Fuecoco hangs on, but maybe the next Confusion will KO. Oh, it's an Ice Punch. It's resisted. No Thunder Punch. Oh, Fuecoco, you little monster, you. Going Loco. Knocks out the Hypno. And poor little Whiscash, unless he's running Blizzard, nothing he can do there to defeat the Chestnut. I think we got 1 battle remaining in the video. Place your wagers against Play 2 Shiny. Here we go. Oh, it's a bonus battle. We see Rowlet enter the action. Rowlet doing his thing. I don't even know what moveset Rowlet's running, but I guess we'll see later. Disarming Voice into the Poly, grabs a shield. Move coming through from the Poliwrath. I'm just excited to see the Rowlet, how it comes into play. Okay. Here's Rowlet. Leafage. Double grass moves. Let's see. Was that Leaf Blade? Icy Wind gets shielded. Seed Bomb Energy Ball. Okay, Seed Bomb Energy Ball. Throws the Seed Bomb here. The opponent is like, what the heck am I seeing? A cute little owl on my screen. And oh, baby, they're double weak to the Fuecoco. Fuecoco's like, hey, man, I see you picking on my buddy Rowlet. Pick on somebody your own size. I mean, Fuecoco's probably roughly the same size as Rowlet, so I'm not sure if that makes sense, but that's just what Fuecoco said. That's not me talking. That's Fuecoco talking. Move coming through from Charjabug. Can you get the farm down? Oh, they X's her. Did they get scared? Did they get scared, think they couldn't get to discharge? They settle for the X's her. Flamethrower coming through, and you're only 1 off the next Flamethrower. Could also throw the Crunch if that's enough. Just gonna throw the Crunch. Feels like that's enough. Fuecoco going Loco. Knocks out the Skarmory. And place your wagers with a terrific showcase of Mr. Fuecoco. Very cute Pokemon and proven to be effective in the right scenarios in this video. Skeledirge, probably safe to say the stronger of the two, but Fuecoco had some added benefits where it wasn't weak to certain things like Ghost and had its pretty stellar moments. When I hear Loco, I always think of the Key and Peele comedy sketch series. They had a skit like Loco Gangsters that was very funny. I recommend you try out or you give a watch. But yeah, what a video, what a submission. Thanks to Place Your Wagers. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.